So, have you ever wanted to have your website set up with your own online personal training systems already pre built out so your clients can come to your site, log in, interact with what looks like your own software that you've created for them, and get the best possible results online? Well, with Peak Distinction, you can do that with their client portal integration. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can integrate that portal directly into your website or your funnel builder, or even if you have your own developer for your website, what you can send over to them in order to do the integration. Now, when you have all this integration put together, it's going to seem like your own personally built software that you designed for those clients. There's no way your clients will actually know P distinctions even involved. And I'm going to take you through these steps now in order to go and create that connection. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to go and set it up, no matter what website builder or funnel builder you use. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do in order to send things to your developer to put all this together, how to make the connections within PT Distinction, and I'm also going to show you what it looks like from a client's perspective and just show you some of the core things that we do over at PT Ninja that we can set up within this in order to really make it look great for your clients and make you look great as well. So without further ado, let's go and look in PT Distinction and go through exactly how to go and set up the client portal integration on your website. So here we are over on the screen with PT Distinction. So this is one of the accounts that we use over at PT Ninja to help build out some of our done for you projects that we do for PT Distinction members. So don't worry, whoever you see inside here, these are just example clients, they're not real people. Don't worry at all. But we can use this to demonstrate exactly how you go and set things up. So first of all, let's go and look at where you actually have to go and set this up. So what you want to do is head over to what we call the burger menu in the top corner up here. And we're going to head down to my website. And this allows you to have a connection with your website and PT Distinction. Now, it's really important that you understand that this is only available for pro or above subscribers to PT Distinction. If you don't have a pro or above subscription to PT Distinction, you'll have to use the mini site, which we'll cover in another video. And I'll link that video around here somewhere as well for you. Now, if you're on a ProBuff subscription, you can start following these steps, which the first thing you want to do is head over to the embed code. So if you've never done code before, this might look really, really scary. I promise you it's really, really simple. It's a very simple process of copy and paste. And you've just got to copy this code and paste it into the right area on your website. So in order to go and do that, let's just take this code by highlighting it all like so. We're just going to go and copy that to our clipboard. So we've got it now copied. So I've just done Command C or Control C, or I can just right click and then hit copy using my mouse on here. Now, once I've got this, we need to go and put it somewhere on your website. Now, depending on the website builder you use will depend very much on this process. Every website builder has a different way of doing it. However, there are some common things. I'm going to show you what things to look for when trying to set this up. The other thing you want to or need to understand if you're doing this is that your website builder needs to allow custom code to be added to it. Not all website builders allow that. Most of them do, but not all of them. And not all of them allow you to do that on the free services. So some website builders might offer you features for free, or they might have premium features. Sometimes you need a premium level of that website builder in order to be able to go and add custom code. So just bear that in mind. That said, majority of the common website builders that you might come across, things like GoDaddy, Squarespace, Wix, WordPress, most of those will allow you to put on their basic level anyway, will allow you to put in code, custom code into it. So now we've got that code copied, let's go and head into a website builder. So in this example here, I'm actually going to use an all-in-one platform called LeadDeck. This is very similar to whether you use something like ClickFunnels or any kind of funnel builder or high level. Anything along those lines, I'm going to use the process in here. The reason I've chose to use this is because this is probably the more complicated way of doing it. And I figured if I show you a more complicated way of doing it and you realize how easy this process actually is, then it won't be too scary when you do it on your website builder. But whether you're using something like Wix or Squarespace or GoDaddy or Ionus or whatever it is, all these kind of work in the same way. You just got to go and follow these steps. So let's go through these steps together. So now we've got the code copied. We're going to go into whatever builder it is you're using, and you're going to go and create a new page. It's really important that you do this on a new page. Don't add it to a kind of a one-page website with loads of information on it. We just want a blank new page for this. So we're going to click new page in the top corner. I'm just going to go and call this client login 2 because I've already got one set up. You want to put a path in here. The path, sometimes it'll give you the option to go and do this at the start. Sometimes it'll be a bit later. This is just basically the slug, if you like. It's the bit that comes at the end. So it might be yourwebsite.com/client login. So you want to choose something that's very obvious for your clients. It could just be login. It could be client login. It could be whatever you want it to be. And then in this case, I'm going to hit create new page. Now, whatever you're doing here, you want to create this new page. Again, it needs to be a pretty blank page. You may want to have a few things on there, such as your header. So your menu in your header and maybe your footer. That's the maximum of things I would put onto this. I won't put anything else on other than those. The reason is you want this to be a very easy interaction for your clients. So the simpler you can make that page, the less information you have on there, the better. So really just the header and just maybe the footer for your website. So I'm just going to create one from blank here. We could use an existing if you've got like a header footer template. I'm just going to create one from blank. So this will give us a completely blank page. So if you want to go and put a header in there, you can do. You might have pre-built headers and sections. I'm just going to go and add a row in the section here. And once I've added that in, I'm going to go and add in my columns. And then I'm going to get to a point where I have to add in the elements. So again, depending on your builder, funnel builder, website builder, will depend on the process you're going through here. Most of them will do something like that. It will say you have to have some kind of row or some kind of column set up first, and eventually you can add in either an element. Some builders call them components. They've got lots of different names. Some people just call them items. It really just depends on the website builder. But basically, you want to get to a point where this is as wide as you can get it, and then you're going to have an option of putting in an element or a component. So click on that. So to give you an idea what components are or elements are or items are, it's things like this. So text, images, buttons, videos, all that kind of stuff. They're all different types of components or items or elements as it is on this one here. And we're going to start looking for an option to embed something. So there's a couple of different terminologies for this. Some builders might use the word embed, some might use code, some might use custom code, some might use JS. Not as common, but some people do that. Some will use HTML as well. But it's generally going to be one of those kind of words. Most of them will just use code, or they'll probably say custom HTML, custom code. So start typing things and have a look for it. So there's no custom on this one. Is there HTML? Nope, nothing on that one. Let's try code. There we go, code. So you can see now that this option's come up, and you'll notice there's this little symbol. Now, regardless of what they call it, whether it's HTML, whether it's code, whether it's custom code, whether it's Java, whatever it is, they will probably have that symbol. That is kind of a universal symbol for code. So that's what you're going to be looking for. So look for that, and you're going to go and add that into here. Now, again, depending on your website builder will depend on what this is going to look like. Some will just have it like this. Some will actually give you a preview of what it's going to look like when you add code in. It is going to be a little bit different. Whatever it is, let it get added in, and you want to look for the option to go and edit the code in that. So you can see down here, it says Open Code Editor when I click on it. So I'm going to click Open Code Editor, and this is going to pop up. So whatever you do, you're looking for something to go like to edit that code. It's in here where you're going to go and copy in the code you took from the website embed. So we're going to go and paste that in here, just like so, and then simply just click Save. Now that's pretty much all you need to do. Now, as I mentioned already, you want to try and keep this page blank. You also want this page to, again, have nothing else interacting on it really. You just want a very simple menu on it, very simple footer on it at the absolute most. And some recommendations I'd make if you're sending this through to a developer is that you make sure you have a static header or a static menu. So you know how sometimes on websites you get menus where they kind of appear and disappear, or they fold down, all those kind of things. You don't want that to happen on this one. It will still work, but it'll just be a bit weird looking for your clients because it means that your menu will overlap over the code that you put in. It'll look a bit silly. But it's not the end of the world if you do that, but it would look better. That's only really relevant if you're going to send code off to developer. And when I talk about sending code off to developer, that's exactly what I mean to do. So if you don't have access to your website to go and do this, all you need to do is simply tell the developer exactly what I've just told you guys now. Take this code, put it into an email, send it through to them and say, hey, can you add this to a new page called client login, for example? On that page, only add the header and the footer. Make sure it's a static header, and then add the code into it. Add it in at full width, so it takes up the entire width of the page. That's what you need to go and do. Once they've done that, ask them to go and send you the URL back for that page, and I'll tell you why in just a moment, because we're going to follow that step together in just a second. So we've got that code in here. Now, you'll notice this isn't really the full width of the page. So if I'm looking at this and thinking, okay, that's really not the full width yet, I want to make it full width, I maybe want to look at the settings for that page in order to make it full width. So for example, if you're using something like Wix, you may have to drag it so it's a bit wider. If you're using something like we've got here, which is lead deck or high level, we can go on here and look at what options we have in here, whether we can make it full width or not. So just start looking at what options are available in there. So we can see in this one here, we have the option to make it full width, so we can go and do that on there. And we can also do things like allow the rows to take up the entire width as well, switch those features on. So you can see how that's now got to the full width of that page. So once we've done all that, we can make any saves that we want to go make, and we can go and publish that particular page. Now, when you publish that page, it's going to give you a URL. So this is going to be that yourwebsite.com/client login, whatever it is. Once you've got that URL, you can see that one that's over here. You're then going to head back into Peter Distinction. You're going to go and paste that URL in here. Once you've pasted that URL in here, you're going to hit save. That's really, really important, because some of the things that you can do inside Peter Distinction is create packages. And these packages you can embed to your website in a very similar way to what we're doing here. You put it on things like sales pages, you'd have your payment integrations with it, all that kind of thing. And it means that people can come to your website, they can sign up to packages, they can pay, and they'll be automatically directed to download your app, but also to go and log in here as well. So it's really important that you have that URL in here so the software knows where to send them. If you don't put that URL in there, what's going to happen is you're going to get redirected to the Peter Distinction website, which is not ideal for your clients because they don't need to be going to the Peter Distinction website. They want to be going to your website to go and log in and download your app. So make sure you put the right details in there. And again, if you're watching this and you're thinking, I'm not entirely sure how to do those sales pages, how to do those integrations, how to set up all the content and the automations inside Peter Distinction, or even we're struggling with stuff like this, like get in touch with us over at Peter the Ninja. That's exactly what we do there. We have a full-on done-for-you service for Peter Distinction members where you can come on board, we can get everything set up for you, we do all the branding for you, all the integrations, create all the content, all the automations, all the email sequences, all the workouts, everything for you. We even build the sales pages and landing pages, do all the copy for you and make everything work smoothly together. And of course, we give you all the training and support you need in order to go and deliver it to your clients. In addition to that, we also give you a course to show you how you can literally build a successful online personal training business using Peter Distinction. And we also give you lifetime access to our academy as well, where you can just ask questions and jump on live calls with us whenever you need to. So if you want that kind of level of support in terms of setting things up, making sure you've got a high-end program and systems being delivered to your clients, and have a way to manage your online fitness business in record time and get the best quality service to your clients and know how to grow it and get support whilst you're doing it, then head over to peakninja.com or just have a chat with me and I'll try and help you out. Anyway, let's get back onto this. So we have that done now. The next thing we want to do, once we've got that saved, is head over to the custom colors. So this is where you can change the colors of your integration. So we're going to have a light color and a dark color. So with this, you can click on here, you can choose any colors from the palette, or you can just put in your color codes. So if you know your color codes for your brand, which I imagine if you've got a brand, you probably will do, just put them in there. You want a lighter color and you want a darker color. And what that's going to do is it's going to apply those colors to the integration so that when people log in, it looks like it's part of your brand. Pretty cool, right? Next thing is advanced settings. This is whether you want to include the apps links into your footer or not. I actually think this is a good idea to include because it means it kind of encourages people to go and download the apps and use them more than just using your login, which is going to make life a little bit easier because they get things like push notifications and stuff like that. But it's entirely up to you whether you want those in or out. Really doesn't matter either way. Once that's all done, that's your integration done, and you can actually click view website in order to go and view it and check out to make sure it's going to work. Now, when they go to the website, they're going to have the option to go and log in. They can put their login details to the client and they'll be able to go and log in. So I've actually made one of these already. I'm just going to head back here. You can see I made one a little bit earlier on here with a bit of a header on it. Very, very quick one. I'm just going to go into that now. So you can see what it kind of looks like. So you've got your header at the top here. And then down here, we have this integration. So once they've logged in, this is kind of what it's going to look like when they first log into the account. Obviously, these will all be your colors because you'll adapt to the colors to suit on that integration, as I've shown you already. So this will be the main dashboard. When they log in, they'll be able to see their schedule, what things they've been up to. You can see if this client's done pretty well today. They've checked off everything to check off. Got their overall progress on here, their overall workout progress on here, and the option to even chat to the trainer if they want to down the side here, if you have two-way messaging set up. You can also see we have the options to download the apps down here too. If we head over along the top here, you can see we have the schedule option. And this takes us into the schedule where they can see everything that's lined up for the day, for the week, or the month, and they can just navigate between these just like so by clicking the different options. They can also add things to their schedule on here as well if they want to at the whatever times, give it a title and notes, and just save any information they want to add to their schedule. That will also tell you as a coach too. As they go for these, they can check things off to say they've actually done them or not done them. And of course, when they click on any of these different here, like for example, you can say it's marked as complete. They can also add, in this example for the food diary, either add food directly without actually leaving the schedule, or even add a drink directly without leaving the schedule. Or of course, they can click through to go and look directly at the food diary or the item. And that's really the same for all the different things on here. You can go and view the habit, or you can check in on it. If you're going to look at a coaching document, for example, you can view that document directly here, and it'll open it up and you can see exactly what tasks you've got set up for them in these different documents. And again, some of these documents on here, these are things that we have set up for some of our clients before based on the branding and designs and stuff that they actually wanted setting up. So again, once you've got through the schedule here, you can head over into the programs area. This will show you where some of the programs are. So if we're going to take a look at some of these programs here, you can see we have a number of things set up. We've actually set a few things up for this example client. We have a guided workout section for it. So your clients can learn about how to actually complete workouts. They can view the workout. They can watch the actual video itself. It can take them through it and they can do whatever they need to go and do in it or workouts. I'm just going to go in. Before we open it up, they can view the results in here. They see any previous results for that workout, the completion, any technique videos they've actually put in. Everything's all in one place for them so they can see nice and easily. Of course, they can then open the workouts and they can even do a workout overview so they can see what's involved with the workout. So here's an example one. You can see it all here. And then also down here, they've got the option to do quick results entry so they can quickly just enter their results and information without having to go through and watch all the individual videos if they want to, just adding in more sets really quite easily. So it's super self-explanatory as they go through it all. And then I'll just hit done to go back, discard. Or the other way they can view it is through a walkthrough. So the guided workout here. So you can see this one's the questionnaire, shows them what's coming up. They hit next. These are little questionnaires that we have set up for some of our clients. Again, just an example. And just kind of work the way through the process, doing all the different exercises, explain what RPE is here. And then we actually get into the cardio, do the cardio. They can record it all in here, add the videos, of course. They can even view their direct history from here too, to see what they did last time. And again, getting into the main workouts as they kind of go through it here with all the descriptions and so on in, with their timers and everything else that you need down here and the option to choose between stopwatch intervals, the usual stuff. Pretty much everything you get on the app, you can get in here too. And again, you can just keep adding in sets again to make it nice and easy for them. Again, you can get the workout overview from the side there. So just click end and discard to get out of that one. Again, if we come out of this now, we can head into the guides area again just to show you some of the different things for this client login. Depending how you got things organized, again, that's the thing with P Distinction. It's a very flexible, very powerful software, so you can have things organized, set up in different ways. Just to try and give you some examples here, I've pretty much thrown loads of things into this account so you can have a look at the different options and have them all switched on. I'm not saying you should always have this much stuff in there for clients, but I think just for this example, it's a good idea to put a few things in for you. So you can see here, we have a number of different guides. We've got some coaching modules that are available in here. If we look at like assessing your food diary, again, the document for them to go and react with and learn from and so on. Again, with this, you can put videos in here too. You can actually, a lot of people don't know this, but you can actually find ways to embed things like videos into those text documents. This is something we do for a lot of our done for you clients. So if you ever want a hand with that, again, just get in touch and we can help you out with that too. We'll head back into the guide section. Again, we've organized things into like exercise support, resources, and so on, just to try and help support clients and so on, just to give you an idea how it might work. And again, you've got other guides down here that aren't in folders, again, just to show you what that might look like if you just wanted a list of items for them too. And of course, there's a search box up here. So if they're looking for something like breakfast, for example, they can just type in breakfast, and that gives them all the information they need around getting the right breakfast in this example. Just again, trying to show you how things work in here. If we head back over to this section here, we go to the logbook now. So when you hover over it, there's some options that appear, or you can just click on it and it will take you straight into a section where you can find it all. So again, each of these are all different features that work inside the client login portal like this. Whether it's a food diary, again, they can click on this to go and access it. They can add everything in just like they do for the app, literally exactly the same. Same for the calorie counter. They can go in here again. They can collect their MyFitnessPal. If your clients want to collect MyFitnessPal, they can log in here and they can click this button and it will take them through to go and connect. Whilst I'm talking about that, we are going to go and look at some of the integrations in a second. But one of the big questions I tend to get is, well, why would clients want to go into this when they've got the app? Well, again, some people prefer to do things on a laptop like this. It might work better if they're using like an iPad, for example. But also bear in mind that this has a mobile version of this. So it is very, very efficient on mobile. In fact, if I click on here and inspect it, you'll be able to see if I just change the view, it loads up really well in terms of mobile as well. So it works really great on any kind of device that you're working on. So whether you're working on here or working on a mobile device, it's very slick, very easy to use. So even people that aren't using the apps, this can be quite a useful option for them to go and use. So with that said, I talked there about the integrations. The integrations can only be connected through the client portal. So if you want to connect an add-on such as MyFitnessPal, such as Fitbit or MyZone or so on, anything like that, they'll have to go and log into somewhere like this and do it. So they can log in via the mini site, which is okay, or they can log in via this integration, which will always be my preferred option. Again, some of the content that we set up inside the Peter the Ninja content we set up explains this to them as well. So just to kind of give you an example of what I mean by that, if I was to go into the guide here and go into, I think it was tracking progress, using a daily tracking. In here, for example, we actually walk people through how to go and set it up, how to connect the different devices um, into Peak Distinction and make it nice and simple, whether it's Apple Watch or whether it's my my zone and so on, can all be connected in there. So back to the logbook. There is another place to do some integrations too, and I'll talk about that in just a moment so you can see. But that's one of the main reasons people will go into this, is because they want to add in some of the integrations. So they can do a lot of work in here too, but they can also do all the integrations through this. So if you ever need to get someone to integrate anything, this is where you want to go and direct them to. So it's always a good idea to have this set up. Whether you feel you're going to use it or not, I'd always recommend it. So again, side you've got the calorie counter, results tracking again is in here. Again, everything you go in here, you can actually view all the data very easily. So if you've got some custom tracking setups, such as like the body weight, hips, and waist, these are all custom tracking setups. So you can actually see all the graph data over here over time as people start to enter it. And again, entering results is really, really quite easy to go and put in. So as they put it in, those graphs will start to develop. So again, it gives you these little widgets that I think is really cool for your clients to see. We're going to head back over to the logbook again. And again, down here, we got things like habits. Again, you can view all the habits inside here. Whatever habit is you're looking for, again, you can see all the detail in here, see what they've been checking off, see what their completion rates of whatever period of time. And again, this is the cool thing about this. Your clients can do this. Your clients can see all this data. And by seeing the results, seeing the images of results, it's going to look cool. It's going to help motivate them. So they can find all this stuff too, which I think is a really, really cool feature of this integration. And then finally on here, we have things like the forms and questionnaires as well. We have meal adherence in here. We have assessments, we have progress photos. Again, you can compare progress photos just like you can do in the app. And of course, we have all your different forms in here too that clients can go and complete, and they can go and sign. And of course, save once they've got those all signed and done. And that's pretty much all you need to know around the main part of the kind of client login. The next I want to quickly talk about up here is this section where you have my account and integrations. So let's just click on the integrations first and just take a look at that. So in here, this is where they can manage their integrations. They can click connect on any of these and it can do it. And if you click on this bit here and click learn more, it'll actually explain how that process works and what it actually is. So again, you can just direct people through to this, and it will actually tell them exactly what they need to do for Fitbit, MyZone, and MyFitnessPal. For your Apple Watch, if you're using Apple Watch, you'll notice there's no integration here because you don't need it. They just basically have, as long as they've got Apple Watch connected to their Apple device and you download the app, it will download on the watch anyway. So again, there's some documentation that we have over at Peter Ninja to help with this, to guide this for your clients, but that's basically all you need to know in reality. And then if we head up here at the top, we've then got the account section. So this actually allows clients to edit and adapt information such as their username, login details, password, that kind of thing. So if I just go on to my account, you can see they put a profile image in there if they want to. They can change their password in here too if they want to do that. Of course, they can technically change the password via the app too. All they got to do is literally click the button to do a forgot password, reset it, and they can change the password that way. But this is another option for doing it in there. So there you go. That is the integrations, and that is the client portal integration in Peter Distinction. That is how you go and set it up, which is the first part of this video. And the last part is just giving you a little bit of a tour to see what kind of features in there, to see where it's something you actually want to use for your clients. Personally, I love it. I think it's a really well-designed client integration. It looks smooth, especially when you add your own branding to it. And the beauty about it, you don't have to go to any other kind of link anywhere. It's embedded directly into your website. So it just looks like something you put together for your clients. It's nice and clear for them. It looks professional. And it just means that people aren't being navigated to different places all the time. It just keeps it really simple, all in one place. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions whatsoever, please do let us know in wherever the comments are around this video. And as I've mentioned already, if you need any extra help and support when it comes to building, launching, and growing a successful online fitness business, please do get in touch with us over at Peter Ninja. Whether that's coming to join our academy just to get the help and support you might need to be successful online, or whether you want to take part in our Done For You service and have everything we've talked about here and more set up for you and customized for you, again, please do come and get in touch. That's it for me. See you next video. Thank you very much. And if you're watching on YouTube, please don't forget to like and subscribe.